Hello there, I'm Incursus, the engineer main. With the Escalation update right around the corner, there's no better time to prepare than right now. So I'm here to show you everything you need to know about what's to come. And I know, the new Bastion fleet carrier is what everyone wants to know about, and we'll jump into that in one moment. But first, we gotta cover the new resource system. Because territory matters, not just for your faction, but to you personally. Every territory is now worth a set amount of resources, rewarding your outfit with materials just for participating in the fight. Even further, if you manage to be the dominant player in the fight, you get to be rewarded with your outfit's name tagged onto the territory, which grants your outfit a constant supply of resources for as long as you hold that base. Now, the resource value of each territory is kind of arbitrary, but is listed on the map, so it's easy to quickly find out how much everything is worth. Sure, the map is a little bit crowded, but at least the new resource system is pretty simple. And now is where the Bastion fleet carrier comes in. Once you have enough resources, you can use those in the Armory tab to purchase one-time use orbital supports. Just open your outfit's Armory tab, press the craft button, and after a short delay, you have a new toy! To bring the Bastion onto the field, all you have to do is spawn at your warp gate, turn around, run up the stairs, and interact with the Bastion control panel, shown here. And just like that, you're in the pilot seat of the biggest toy in town. While in the pilot seat, you can direct the fleet carrier by placing waypoints on the map, and this thing is bristling with cannons, sporting 9 turrets varying between anti-air machine guns and tank shell-like anti-armor cannons. Honestly, they're much closer to Daltons from the Liberator aircraft. Additionally, the Bastion can be set to automatically bombard a position on the ground with its cannons. All you do is set the waypoints, and it just starts firing and blowing things up. It's actually quite convenient. By itself, the fleet carrier brings a massive amount of firepower on the field, but that's not the only thing it brings. It also brings a fleet! The Bastion functions like a mobile spawn point and can carry more than a platoon of infantry. Any of those players who spawn on the fleet carrier can choose to spawn in their own ESF at any time, pulled directly from the carrier's hangar bay. I'm telling you from first-hand experience, this guy is an absolute blast to have around, and they're just as much fun to destroy. Every fleet carrier has 8 hardpoints, with a combined total of 100,000 HP. These hardpoints are scattered across all sides of the Bastion and highlighted a bright orange shimmering effect. It's really hard to miss. You destroy all 8 hardpoints, and the Bastion explodes in glorious fashion. And that, dear players, is what we're looking forward to seeing when the update goes live. But the keen observer may have noticed there are even more things coming in this update. The next is the Orbital Strike. The Orbital Strike itself isn't new, but the strike available via the outfit armory can be called down anywhere on the map immediately and without restriction. And that is powerful. And it works wonders versus the Bastion fleet carrier. Or, you know, that one infiltrator that just won't leave you alone. To use this orbital strike, just open your map, right-click on the target location, and press the orbital strike button. Couldn't be easier. In fact, all the remaining orbital calldowns work in this manner. The Citadel Shield is the next option available, and drops a giant bubble onto an area. This one-way shield acts just like the spawn door shields, the kind where you can shoot through from the inside and not the outside. It just blocks all incoming weapons fire. It instantly has a massive effect on the battlefield, able to completely change the dynamic of a fight. Areas that were once safe can no longer be safe as they're suddenly vulnerable from a shielded position, or areas that were unsafe are suddenly shielded by the bubble shield, and now it's basically impenetrable without someone physically charging the thing. And I'm curious to see exactly how far this thing can go, because one of the craziest things I've seen, or I guess the most effective uses of it, is to just put it on top of a tank line. Like, you have a line of tanks, you bubble it with a shield, and suddenly it's just raining death from inside the shield, and the enemy tanks have to move into the shield in order to deal with the tanks. But the tanks that are inside the shield can shoot all out of the shield and flatten any tanks that are trying to come into the shield. So we'll see how that works out. It can change a lot of things. But the final call down available in the coming update is the call down of tanks. Yes, funnily related, we can actually call down a vehicle anywhere on the map. If, you know, a light assault managed to C4 your spawn points, you can just pull a new Sunderer straight from space. Lots of infantry on a biolab, just land a tank on the airpad. That last one's actually pretty concerning. Or fun. We'll see how that plays out when it goes live. I suspect it's not going to be too big of an issue, but it is going to be fun to try. Because, you know, Hesh is a terrible, terrible creation. And if that wasn't enough, the Escalation update also includes the Sanctuary. It's a brand new cross-faction hub world, and it is huge! Seriously, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, so go explore it yourselves when it goes live, but there is one part of Sanctuary that I'm going to cover, and that is the Marketplace. The Marketplace features several shop fronts with vendor NPCs, kind of in this large atrium area. The inventories in the vendors are placeholders, at least on the PTS that I have access to, so we'll find out about them together when the update goes live. However, items from these vendors can be purchased using two new currencies, Merit and A7. Yeah, the currency corner of the character screen has more icons now. The first new currency is called Merit, which is earned via XP, just like certs, except that it's restricted to times when you're fighting alongside other members of your outfit. This is, I'm guessing, to try to motivate you to work with your outfit more closely. The other currency, A7, is a special currency obtained from participating in continent lock alerts. It's kind of close to ISO in that it's attained from events, except this is strictly continent lock alerts. And while the inventories of these vendors isn't final, it would seem that it's going to be able to purchase cosmetics with Merit and alert weapons with A7. Yeah, you heard that right. Alert weapons. You know, those weapons that no one has but everyone wants just because no one has them? Well, congratulations! It would seem that everyone's going to be able to get them eventually, just by playing enough alerts. And in all honesty, I think this is a far, far better system than the current method of obtaining those alert weapons. And that just leaves one final aspect of the coming update, the Outfit War. Outfit War is a tournament-like competitive environment where top outfits of each faction will go head-to-head for rewards. The details of those rewards haven't been released just yet, and we'll get to see sooner or later, but these competitive matches take place on an entirely new battlefield called Desolation. This is an entirely new map that has been, well, shown on the developer's livestream for a while, but there's nothing I can get my hands on here, so make sure to check out the developer's livestream if you want to see a full-on Outfit War, because, well, I'm looking forward to seeing that as time goes on. But that's for the elite outfits in Planetside, and I'm here for the new players, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out my next Planetside video covering the basics of engineering in Planetside 2. But for now, I'll see you guys later!